This is episode 74 of my weekly diary, and in this one I've got 2 games that I've talked about. However, I won't have footage from them until next week. So overall we won both and it was a really good game for both. And I'm now the captain of Kent for this week's game, so I was very happy about that. Anyway, I hope you enjoy. The rest of it is Oxford talk. So, quick video of the day. I'm absolutely covered in mud. First half of the day, torrential rain. Other half was quite nice because it wasn't. So we ended up doing attack, defense, lineouts, and just kind of like one-up running. So first we did gym in the morning, which was full body one because I'm playing on Wednesday, and that wasn't too bad. Was just kind of going through it. Was definitely a bit tired from my game yesterday. Then we moved to skills, which was what I was saying before, the straight line running. Someone popped you the ball, ran onto it, went. Then we had different lineouts. So it was so wet and so muddy, but I managed to kind of get the handle of the ball. So that went better. I had perfect, no blue on my neck, because this morning I got up, managed to wipe it all off, and then it rained, and so my hair's just been wet on my neck all day. So then we had our 2-hour break. There was no meeting today because Bishop Burton, the team we were against last week, sent us the wrong footage, so we still don't have the game against them. So then we kind of just moved straight into training, which was just different focus drills, so high intensity passes, but no tackling, unless you're running at a bag. So that was about it, which was quite nice and not too hard. I do have a 1-to-1 tonight, so hopefully that goes well. It's going to be about talking about Bishop Burton, but obviously we don't have any footage, so it's just going to be talking about the things I remember specifically from it. Then we had attack v defence drills, then attack v defence from lineouts, kicks and scrums. And then we kind of split into skills again or conditioning. But because I played a full game yesterday, I was doing skills. So it was pull back passes. So you run up, you turn, you pass. And just kind of focusing on the accuracy of that. But overall it went really well. Definitely we could have brought the energy up today. I think it was quite low, but other than that it was good. And I'm a bit annoyed because we were supposed to have a pat testing and we haven't yet because it keeps getting postponed. So quick video for Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. Tuesday and Thursday I'll talk about first because they're quite quick and easy as they're only school, and then Wednesday is a bit more interesting as I've got a game to talk about. So Tuesday was full day of school, which was absolutely the most boring thing ever. We did not a movie this time, which was a bit disappointing, but was telling us how we've got to do a presentation in front of the teacher in about 2 weeks' time. Which, that's absolutely awful, but obviously I'll get it done when it needs to. And I was also doing notes for my exam. I was just looking for them and I was like, they're in my bag. So I've got an exam next week, mocks. Hopefully they go well, but we're allowed to bring 4 pages of notes, so that's kind of what I'm going to be bringing then. So hopefully it goes well. And Thursday was today, so we were in for a bit longer than usual. Normally we're in for about 2 hours and a half, but this time we were in for 3 hours, which is it doesn't seem like a lot, but sometimes it feels longer than Tuesday, and that's a full day. So sometimes it can just be really boring because it's mostly content work for our exam, and that's just not interesting whatsoever. So we were kind of going through all of that today. And yeah, I don't really have anything interesting to say about that. That's pretty much what we were doing. Then we've got Wednesday. So I was put as prop in the first half, hooker in the second half, and honestly, like, as a team, we played so well. It was absolutely amazing. Sadly, it wasn't filmed, which is so annoying, because first time this season, third game in, I scored a try from the halfway line, and I was so proud of myself. And then I remembered none of it got filmed, and that's a bit annoying, but not much I can do about that. Managed to get some pictures, and even got me actually putting the ball on the ground. It looked more like a dive though, which is quite funny. I beat 2 backs in a running race, so very proud of that. I just remember running, and I see someone on my right side, someone on my left, and she's a lot closer to me, so I was like, no, you are not catching me. And then when I put the ball down, you just see her go flying over me because of how close she was. But yeah, just made it just in time. Had 3 goals for that game. It was 3 dominant tackles where I actually drive them back, 5 line breaks where I beat the first defender, and constant line speed throughout the game. And I think I got all 3, so I'm quite happy with that. My first tackle was probably one of my favourite ones, as I did actually manage to wrap around and just walk with her, and then obviously slam her down, but it was definitely one of my favourite ones. And then the second one was actually a dominant tackle with my roommate, and we both just hit her, and I managed to kind of get the ball back to my own team, so it was a steal. And I was, yeah, it was a good game pretty much, but I'm really sad now that they don't have any of the actual footage, so that feels a bit annoying. Anyway, that is pretty much it. Obviously it was a bit annoying because second half I can't really say I did any hooker stuff because we kept trying to go for line outs, but we couldn't because we could never get the ball out. And then scrums became uncontested by second half, and then they had to start changing things up because we were winning by too much. So it was 13 versus 15, and we had to kick the ball to them every time, and the ref was a bit harsher with the calls, which after a while kind of made it a bit boring, but they still kind of managed to keep pushing. They were only close to a try line once. The rest of the time they were nowhere near. So that was my game. I hope you enjoy. Quick one for Friday. So obviously Fridays are my shorter days because I spend most of it trying to get home. But this one was absolutely horrendous. It was raining so heavily that we ended up finishing a bit early. Not as early as we thought we were gonna, but still early. We were focusing on attack v defense, line speed, and double shots. And that was pretty much the whole session. So obviously I had gym in the morning, went through that. It was full body 1 because I had a game on Wednesday. Then we did skills, which focuses on line outs because they're still not 100%. Then we moved on to the actual training rugby day, which was so cold, but we managed to get it done, and we had a relatively high standard, so it was good. Hope you enjoy. So this was my first game for Kent this season, and it went really well. I was really happy with it. We won by quite a lot. I think it was 42-14 or something along those lines. But overall, as a team, we played really well. We had dominant scrums. We had good defending lineouts. They were really good. We were winning the ball some of the times when the other team were throwing in. So all of that went really well. I was actually captain for the whole game, which I was quite happy about. And I tried making sure I stayed vocal and everything like that. And you could definitely see as the game progressed, we got better and better. We did have a little bit in the middle where it was a bit iffy, but it was a really good game. And I've got highlights from it, so they will most likely be put on next week's video. So I hope you enjoy and check it out.